how long it took. It took me a year and a half to come up with the final draft. I would have taken 3 years if I could. But in Singapore, you know, they always like to rush things. I think, but I mean, originally I was actually only given about a year, so I did, you know, say I'm not ready. Until we were final, until I felt that the film, that the script was ready, and I was comfortable with starting to put on the director's hat. I mean, did I allow it to happen? So that's that. I think
the movie, how is it truly your vision? Would you have improved it? Would you have changed it?
Yeah, I mean, it's very much what I intended, because I wrote and directed it. So I mean, I've always believed that, you know, the script writing may have stopped, but the development of the story has to continue, and continue into post-production. In the editing room, scenes were shifted around quite drastically in order to allow the story to carry itself. So yeah, it's all a part of the process, and you know, it's also the process that I enjoy. I much rather like it to be an organic process than one that is just stuck to you know a set of ideals. For me, yeah. So that was it's definitely my vision.
Just one example, you know, the scene that you slapped my son, which that particular action, I took 1 week to convince myself to do that, to remember the dialogues. The reason is, we have rehearsal, but I just can't do it because he's not my real son. And to slap on his face, I think I really cannot do it. But I have to convince myself. I have to do it. And this is the first thing. And I really have to tell myself, this is my son. And he was saying that, 你发什么神经? So, you can laugh right now, but you know, during that particular day, I was so down. How am I going to do it? How am I going to slap on his face? So my answer is really 1 week. When the rundown was out, I don't know, I'm looking forward to take this scene, but I'm also very worried. If I don't do it well, and I have to slap on his face so many times, retake and retake, I think, I don't know. Do you allow me to do that?
Actually, I already knew we got it on the first take, but I just wanted you to no, but I think that there was a lot of effort put into that scene because it had to be a one shot, and I needed it to be a handheld thing also. So there was a lot of coordination that was needed for that one scene, and I could tell that that day she was really down. Like she didn't. It looked like she was always wondering how she could get to that point, because throughout rehearsals, and also at rehearsals, I don't like to kind of go 100%, because if she's done it before, she's not going to be able to deliver it with the same intensity on set. So it's always up to like 90%, and I think we've been struggling with that. But then eventually, I was really happy with the scene, because the first take that happened, I knew there was something there, so that was it. I just did the remaining ones to like as a backup.
To answer your question about how I felt, my first reaction on reading the script was, well, what are my parents going to think? then I read more into it, and then I realized that this was something that I really wanted to do because for someone of my age, the only thing that I really know about that point in history, about the riots and all that, was what the textbooks told me. Like no one has any idea about what really happened, and as a person, I'm very fed up with stuff like like the Massive Review, all this kind of stuff that offers just one point of view, one very slanted point of view. I need something that doesn't. How do I put this? I need something that doesn't have a political agenda, and that was what I liked when I went through the script. And it made me feel that like there was more to the story than just on the surface, and it all finally came together when I saw it in Cannes, and yeah, that's how I felt, and it's really weird to see your face like that big.
Alright, thank you. Anyone else have any other questions? Yes.
I was wondering, at one point in the movie, there was this scene where it was suggested that the on-screen mother and her sister possibly baptized the grandmother, right? I was wondering, how did that get into the script? Was it from experience or?
Well, that happened in my family before, and I think it happens in probably a number of families in Singapore. But it was a part of the thread now, as I was talking about the religious versus the political doctrines. But at the same time, I didn't want to be judgmental on that because I realized that as much as I don't agree with this kind of deathbed conversion, that it is very often done out of love. It's done out of love and compassion, and it's very hard to like vilify, act like that. But then, I mean, I don't agree with it. But then, I see that it is done out of love, and it needs to be treated delicately. Therefore, I placed it in that moment in the film.
Speaking of end-of-life issues, that's a beautiful nursing home you picked. The view from the window, fantastic. Where is it?
Whoops. It doesn't exist. The view was from Changi Village Hotel. Sorry? But the hospital was St. Luke's Hospital, which was one of our beneficiaries at the charity gala last night. Yeah, I think they were very pleased that I gave them that view. But yeah, I mean, I just needed that view of the sea from the nursing home for Grandpa to be able to connect.
I really enjoyed the film, and the acting was fantastic, I think, from both actors and the rest of the cast as well. Okay, and I think one thing I particularly enjoyed was the way they speak is very natural. The script, everything is, you don't feel like somebody trying to be local, speaking on the screen. So everything was good until you have the father start reading the letter, and somehow the person who's reading it, I wonder why you didn't take a person with bad Mandarin capabilities to do that.